Well, good morning. Gordon Holmes here, a special needs planner and help to families that are on the special needs journey, and very thankful for the opportunity to share with you. So thanks so much for the invite. I'll let you all kind of lead off, and then I can pick up with some answers to important questions.
All right, thanks. We appreciate you being here. So this is a COLAS presentation, and we are honored to have Gordon Holmes with us today. Gordon Holmes is a financial advisor with West Point Financial Group. Prior to joining West Point Financial Group, he spent 35 years with MetLife as a financial planner, emphasizing his work as a special care planner. He assists families with issues such as understanding and accessing public benefits, preserving benefit eligibility through special needs trusts, and guardianship concerns. Gordon is nationally recognized in the area of special needs planning issues, contributing to articles in the Washington Post, the New York Times, and Kiplinger's Personal Finance. Gordon is quoted in saying, "My passion to serve is born out of my personal journey as a parent of a child with special needs. As a special needs financial planner, I help families who have children or other dependents with special needs address the serious questions concerning their future well-being. I work together with parents or caregivers to help ensure lifetime care and quality of life." And if you would like to contact Gordon, you can reach him at 800-903-6380, gholmes@financialguide.com, or www.gordonholmes.com. And he has offices in Indianapolis, Indiana, and also in Lexington, Kentucky, and Louisville, Kentucky. So thank you again for being here, Gordon.
I think I'll start out asking some questions. And the first question is why is it important to set up finances for a loved one with special needs?
Special needs planning helps preserve their quality of life. It also allows government benefits to be maximized. Government benefits such as SSI, SSDI, Medicaid, Medicare, Medicaid waiver services, for the government to do as much heavy lifting as possible, which enables family resources to stretch further. Adult siblings can be helpful and involved, therefore, without perhaps personal financial sacrifice. And the whole family benefits from the planning process.
What is the difference between ABLE accounts and special needs trusts?
Both are tools that can be used to help pay for certain expenses for qualified individuals with disabilities that are not provided by government-sponsored programs. So, and they are both used for the sole benefit of the individual with special needs. They differ when it comes to the expenses that can be paid, who makes the distributions, income taxes, funding options, possible Medicaid payback provisions, etc. There is only one ABLE account permitted per individual or per eligible individual, but there are different types of special needs trusts. As an example, a first-party trust uses assets owned by the loved one with special needs. A third-party trust, though, is for everyone else's assets, such as family members. There's also pooled trust, which is typically used when no family member is available to serve as trustee, and Miller trusts that are for income issues relating to Medicaid eligibility. And in the case of ABLE accounts, there are annual contribution limits, as well as maximum accumulation amounts. Deciding which to use, whether individually or in conjunction with one another, will depend upon each family's unique circumstances. It is important to involve professionals who are experienced in special needs planning. State-specific language is necessary with special needs trusts. So it's important to work with an attorney who is familiar with the laws and regulations pertaining to special needs trusts, here in Indiana.
How much does it generally cost to start a special needs trust?
Usually we can get a special needs trust set up for as little as $750. So really not financially crushing. Once set up, we're able to then set up a trust account with it, and deposits can be made from anyone that wants to help.
Are there maintenance fees that go with the trust?
Typically, no maintenance fees until the trust is funded. Some pooled trusts have an annual fee called a joinder fee, but once funded, there are usually fees to manage investments held by the trust.
If you're divorced or you've never been married or have a partner who has passed away, is there a way to set up an inheritance, Social Security, etc., so it does not affect your loved one's finances?
Yes, with careful planning, government benefits for your loved one with special needs can be maintained even when a parent retires, becomes disabled, or passes away. This is what we call family communication. Without planning, an inheritance, receiving life insurance proceeds, or perhaps a legal settlement can undermine eligibility for these very valuable government benefits.
Right. If a caregiver is unable to work due to the needs of their loved one or just is on a very tight budget, what could you suggest to them to help set up their loved one's financial future? Are there things that they can do?
Okay, great question. We want to make sure that government benefits are maximized. As we said earlier, government doing heavy lifting. Also, in some cases, the parents may be employed to provide waiver services for the child. This is more common with children age 18 and over. The income can be tax-free to a parent in some circumstances. There are some situations where the child, even before age 18, may be eligible for SSI.
When does a parent's income affect savings and require a special needs account?
A parent's assets and income are a factor for SSI from birth to age 18. Once the child turns age 18, a parent's income and assets are no longer factored into SSI eligibility. Parents' assets and income are never a factor with Medicaid eligibility. The child's assets and income are always a factor. The resource or savings limit for the consumer with special needs is $2,000 if single. The income limit varies depending upon the type of benefits.
Can you have a special needs trust if you can only spare like $5 a month?
Once a special needs trust is set up, the minimum monthly deposit is set by the financial institution where the trust account is held. $5 per month might be possible, but a minimum of $25 or $50 a month is more common.
How much does it cost to go through special needs financial planning?
A special needs trust can be set up for less than $1,000, as we mentioned before, with wills and other documents, add a bit more. Fees for the attorney I work with are extremely reasonable, and payment plans with no added charges are available. An example of a $1,200 fee could be handled in 12 monthly payments of $100 each.
Okay. So what do you charge?
I am a certified financial planner and can engage with families on a fee basis. Alternatively, I can work with families on a product basis, implementing products appropriate for their situation and being compensated through the placement of these products. This may include insurance and investment products.
And just on top of that, you do offer free consultations, correct?
Correct. There's never a charge to come in and meet with me for an initial consult to just figure out where the family is at and what may be appropriate next steps.
Can you take money out of your trust in an emergency? Is there a penalty for doing so?
Funds in the trust are available to the trustee to assist the trust beneficiary, emergency or not. A penalty would be rare. The trust document itself typically provides guidance as to what trust funds can be spent on.
How are funds released for use? Trust funds can be accessed or dispersed in a variety of ways.
Absolutely, that's correct. A checking account, a debit card, electronic transfer, and electronic bill pay are all available to support the trustee, just to name a few options for making these disbursements.
If you cannot find someone to take over finances when you are gone, what options are there?
Great question. Possibly the attorney who drafted the trust, a bank or financial firm or trust department, or a pooled trust, such as the ARC Master Trust. The backup options should, when possible, be listed in the trust document. There's never a charge for an initial consultation, so feel free to call or email to schedule a time to review your situation and what may be some appropriate next steps. I want to once again thank you all for the opportunity to share some helpful information, and look forward to coming back and visiting with the group on additional topics of interest.
Yes, Gordon has offered to do a workshop for our group where we can get more in depth. And I love the ground rule you have in your conference room, which is we don't beat up on ourselves. So anybody can use your services no matter how limited of a budget. So thank you again, Gordon, for answering our questions today.
You're very welcome. Take care.
Thank you so much.